I do want people to know that thinking you can do something or believing that a specific experience or situation will come into your life could very well happen. And it's great to have that mindset, but it's only one part of the equation. Being successful and having positive experiences in life doesn't come just by thinking it's going to happen. It comes by acting and doing. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to quickly talk about the hair extensions I'm wearing. This is the Halo extension set from Luxie Hair. I want to say the shade is a mocha brown balayage, but I'll make sure to put the information in the description box for you guys. And these Halo extensions are great because they are so easy to put in. First of all, it took me like probably 5 minutes to put all of these in, and they're super long and thick, and they also feel really comfortable once they are in your head compared to like classic clip-in extensions that have a lot more clips and like just a lot more going on. So I love this. It's basically just like one big piece of extension and then a couple little other pieces that I can add to it to make it just have a little bit more volume and be a little bit more full. And now that I have them in, I can curl them and make them look even better than they already do. So if you guys are interested at all in checking out some of Luxie Hair's products, make sure to check out the link in the description box. They have all kinds of hair extensions, tools, accessories, everything hair related. I also have a discount code that you guys can use. It's LX-Style by Ariel. That will give you $20 off your order. Again, that will be in the description box. And with that said, let's get into the video. So the topic of today's video is the law of attraction, which I would say has been something that has become pretty popular over the last few years in like the self-help, self-development community. Basically what the law of attraction is a concept that essentially suggests you can attract whatever you think about into your life. Or in other words, like attracts like. So the idea is that by focusing on positive thoughts, you will attract positive experiences and positive outcomes, while if you focus on negative thoughts, you will attract negative outcomes and negative experiences. And I have to say, the idea of that is pretty comforting because naturally as humans, we are inherently curious. So we often find ourselves trying to learn more about the world or the universe or God, whatever you believe in. And we're constantly searching for answers to help guide us through this crazy thing we call life. So who wouldn't want to believe in such a simple concept that your thoughts can become your reality? It's simple, right? But here's the problem with the law of attraction. It's ignoring all the other complex factors that contribute to each of our own unique life circumstances and experiences. So as much as we would all love for everything to be in our control at all times, it's just not always the case. Sometimes things happen and situations come up that we really have no control over. It's part of life. And I also don't think this theory considers external factors. Like, what about other people? You don't have the power to control everyone around you. It would be nice, but you don't. So even if you are extremely intentional about who you choose to surround yourself with, there can still be situations where their choices and their behaviors and their actions can affect you or your life, whether you expect them to or want them to or not. And what about extremely negative situations and even like traumatic experiences that you never imagined happening to you in your life? But it did. Although the law of attraction implies that everything happening to you is a result of your own thoughts, whether positive or negative. So I guess, according to the law of attraction, you must have simply attracted that energy or thought the wrong thing or you were thinking negatively. So this could end up being really dangerous for some people, and I feel like it could make some people blame themselves for certain situations in their life that they simply had no control over because the law of attraction made them feel like it was up to them and it was in their power to attract these certain situations, but then they didn't, so whose fault is it? The truth is there are many factors, specifically external factors, so outside of yourself, that contribute to our life experiences, good and bad. We simply don't have the power to control every single outcome of our lives based on the power of our thoughts alone. Now, it is true that your thoughts, the energy you're putting out, and just the general attitude you have towards life can affect your behavior, which in turn can affect how you're able to respond to certain situations. But I think there's a lot missing from the simple idea that your thoughts alone and your beliefs can become your reality. First of all, there is no scientific evidence that the law of attraction works at all. There is plenty of anecdotal evidence from people claiming that the law of attraction worked for them, but in each of those stories, there are probably many other possible explanations for why their specific situation worked out the way that it did, the way that they expected it to. So they might say, well, I thought about it every single day, or I wrote down what I wanted. But what they're not mentioning is all of the time and effort and focus and dedication and determination and persistence and patience that actually went into achieving whatever they're claiming to have achieved. And I just don't think it's good for other people to hear that and then think that they can do the same just by following this law without fully understanding what it actually takes to get there. Now, I do also want to clarify, because if you're someone who believes in the law of attraction, or you believe in the idea that our thoughts have power, you're definitely not wrong. I truly believe that the way you think and your perspective towards life makes a huge difference in the way that you experience certain things, but it's not everything. So thinking this way or believing in something like this doesn't make you wrong or weak or less than or anything like that. But I do want people to know that thinking you can do something or believing that a specific experience or situation will come into your life could very well happen. And it's great to have that mindset, but it's only one part of the equation. You have to take those beliefs and take those thoughts and then put them into action. Being successful and having positive experiences in life doesn't come just by thinking it's going to happen. It comes by acting and doing. And I feel like I can truly say all of this with confidence, and it's part of the reason I wanted to talk about this today, because I've been that person for the longest time. I've been that person who's like, yep, this is what's going to happen to me. I will achieve this, but then following it up with zero action or a completely unclear plan. And I've kind of just recently started realizing like that's not the right way to think about it, which is kind of embarrassing to say, but it's also not, because I feel like people need to learn things in their own timing, you know? But I think a lot of it is subconscious too. Like sometimes you don't even realize that you are acting completely different, like physically, than what you think you're doing in your internal world. I feel like now that I've like realized all this and like really thought about it, I kind of have a little bit more of a fire under my butt where I'm like, okay sis, like things are not just gonna happen to you. You have to actually put in the work. I think what it really comes down to is a combination of thinking positively, but still rationally, not just believing that something's gonna happen because you think about it often. Having a clear idea of what your goal actually is and how you can realistically achieve that goal. Being able to take corrective action when needed, and being self-aware enough to be like, okay, this isn't working, so what can I actually do? What kind of action can I take to change my outcome or change my results? Actually believing in yourself and your plan. That's something I personally was missing for the longest time. But if you don't believe in something or you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect other people to believe in you? And how can you expect your plan to work if you don't even believe in it? Another important thing I've learned is that you need to also be grateful for where you are in the moment. So even though you're not where you want to be, or things aren't going fast enough, you're not where you thought you would be by this time, you kind of have to let go of that way of thinking and just appreciate where you are at this present moment. Because if you can't appreciate where you are now, you won't appreciate it when you reach that goal either. So I think it's important to enjoy the journey, trust the process, and just understand that everything you're going through, good or bad, is helping you in some way reach your ultimate goal. And even after all of that, just know that achieving your goals and getting what you want out of life is still going to require hard work, skills, persistence, patience, and maybe even a little bit of luck. But that is how you can truly turn your thoughts into your reality. Thought I'd be done curling by now, but there's a lot of hair. Isn't it crazy how you can't see the halo? You can see my gray hairs, but you can't see the halo band. Crazy. Okay, hair's all curled. Last thing I'm gonna do is put a little bit of Luxie hair oil in. Stuff smells so good. Okay guys, hair is done. I feel very glam now, and I am not going anywhere. It is 10:29 p.m. but it looks great. It's so shiny and bouncy and healthy looking. I love it. I wish I could show you guys the back, but it's so long. I don't know if I can. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it or found it helpful in some way. Maybe you learned something, or maybe you just found it interesting to like think about this topic in a different way. Maybe you never thought of it before. Like I said, some of this stuff is still kind of new to me as well. I feel like I'm somebody who's like very self-aware, or at least I would consider myself self-aware, and I'm always like trying to take note of certain things that I do or certain habits that I have that are maybe not the best, and like just being aware of things that I can maybe work on or change to be a better person. Definitely make sure to leave your comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys think about this whole topic. But yeah, hopefully you did enjoy it, because I know I don't really like talk about this kind of stuff often. I dug deep for this one for sure. But yeah guys, don't forget to check out Luxie Hair. Again, all that information and all the links to all the products I used today are linked down below. And don't forget to use my discount code that saves you $20 off your order if you do plan on buying something. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one.